Hey everybody, Brett from AstartesGaming here, back with another episode of our Expeditions Viking Let's Play. So in the previous episode, we were attacked by a bunch of Norwegian raiders, and we were able to hold them all off, and even defeat their big beast of a man leader, who goes by the name Gunnar. We do need to interrogate him though, because we're not sure why they decided to target our village specifically, and so that's what we're going to start with today. And then we'll go from there. But anyways, before we do that, I would just like to remind you guys to hit that like button if you're enjoying the series so far, and you'd like to see more Expeditions Viking. And don't forget to subscribe as well. It's the best way to help the channel grow, and the best way to follow along with this series as it plays out. Alright, so let's go find this guy. Looks like he's up and around the corner here. There he is. Doesn't look like he's being guarded all that well, though. That makes me a bit nervous. Gunnar the Peaceful, huh? Someone has tied Gunnar to a pole in the middle of an animal pen. He must have been standing in the mud for at least 3 hours, yet he stands straight and looks you in the eye when you approach him. Had a nice night? I've had less charming bedmates. Ha! The huge man pauses for a moment to adjust his weight against the pole. We didn't have a chance to get properly introduced. I'm called Gunnar the Peaceful. I'm in Ulfheden, from Vestfold in the north. I assume you are the Thane of this village. I'm Eyvind, son of Grim, and I'm indeed the Thane here. Tell me, Eyvind, son of Grim, why am I still alive? I can offer you a way out of this, depending on how you answer my next question. I will make my words count, Thane. Why did you attack my village? Your defenses are weak. No palisades, the barest excuse for earthworks. You're a tempting target. That's a pretty high sense check. I don't know if we can make it. We only have 6. Let's see. Well, I'd like to ask him all of these. You want me to believe that you sailed all the way from Kaupang to steal my mother's jewelry? He shrugs, a motion not unlike an oak bending in a gale. Your village lies along a major trade route. I assumed you'd be wealthy. And how is it that the beacons weren't lit? Perhaps the watchmen were doing a shit job of keeping watch. In their defense, we were being very quiet. And what is your relationship with Thane's school skullcleaver? His expression remains totally blank. Never heard of the man. Is he some big deal around here? As you know, I'm not exactly from these parts. Look, I know you're lying, so I'll make you an offer. Reveal who sent you here, and I swear you'll go free. He regards you through squint eyes. You swear it? What is such an oath worth to me? Then he nods. Well, alright, I'll accept your offer. I met School Skullcleaver on Orkneyjar, and he swore your village was a worthwhile target. Wealthier than the painted ones and far less fierce. He was either lying or mistaken. What is Orkneyjar? A smile creeps across Gunnar's lips and he leans forward slightly. You've heard stories of the islands to the west across the sea? Orkneyjar are the northmost of those islands. Many Northmen have come to take land from the tribes that live there. There are stories of a great kingdom to the south, with great concentrations of wealth and little in the way of defenses. We never made it that far south. Perhaps I will return to those islands and explore further in the future. Who are the painted ones? They're the tribes who live in the north and on the isles across the sea. They're called the Picts. Their weapons are poor and their homes are primitive by our standards, but they fight fiercely and they live in harsh conditions. All in all, they're not worthwhile targets for raids, but their lands are fertile, and so we've been able to keep them in check. You'd best be telling the truth. I'll be back when I've decided what to do with you next. Don't forget your oath, Thane Eyvind. I'll be awaiting my release. Okay, well let's have a talk to our pals here. I should have seen the connection. Yeah, Thane's school mentioned his ties to Kaupang at the feast, and here's a group of Northmen attacking us out of the blue. What does he stand to gain from this? Let's see. He must intend to weaken us ahead of the next Althing. Do you believe he's really been to the Isles across the sea, and Gunnar as well? Could be. He said they crossed far to the north and found only tribes, but if the stories of larger kingdoms to the south are true, perhaps that's where Grimm went. Let's see, we can tell them not to get carried away by fanciful stories. Don't want to make the same mistake as our father. The stories are true, there's a lot of opportunity. So basically, against our father, with our father, and focusing on the task at hand. I think that's the important thing here. So none of that matters. Let's keep our thoughts on the fact that school indirectly attacked us. We should take this to Astrid and hear what she thinks. Right, she knows school a lot better than we do. Okay, so once again to our mother, who will hopefully have some information for us, as she always does. Let's see, will he give me anything? So you beat Asleif. Why do I have such a hard time with that name? That's impressive. I must admit, I thought he'd win. But I'm glad to see you're both alive and well. Is everything well with you in the smithy? Depends on what you need me to do, yeah. I have everything I need to make carving knives, repair bristles, or fix slave collars. If you need weapons or armor, you'll have to find a better equipped smith. Old Hanar in Ribby, I know that's wrong, I know it's wrong, has a fine smithy. He should be able to handle any requests you might have. Well, could you make weapons and armor if I got you the right gear? I could. It's not my skill that holds me back, it's the tools. Well, I'll talk to you later. Just let me know if you need anything. Okay, so I'd like to be able to get those from him, so we'll have to try to get him better gear. Again, I don't know if that's necessarily something that we can even do in this version of the game. So, let's go talk to our mother. Okay, what's she got to say? Did the man talk? What did you find out? School Skullcleaver is behind this. He's been working against us for months. School is the cause? Then it's worse than I thought. How? The Northmen have started settling in the isles across the sea. School met the raiders there and convinced them we were easy pickings. And we were. This raid was our own fault. Our defenses are inadequate. We'll deal with that later. If School's acting against us, do you know what that means? Let's see. What does it mean? It means he'll try to get control from our clan, or control of our clan from Sigurd at the next Althing. That must be his ultimate plan, yes. This gives him 3 years to weaken us further in the eyes of the king, and nobody will help us against him. As she speaks, Astrid counts on her fingers. He holds great favor with the king, so we can expect no political protection. Further, Yelling is a target, or I don't know why I merged those two words. Yelling is a large territory with many fine warriors, so we can't possibly face him in battle. Third, he all but controls the trade with Kaupang, a route so profitable as to rival the trade from Saxony through Ribby. We have 3 years until the next Althing. There must be something we can do. I don't like that. Let's see. That's an interesting thought. Build our own trade routes. School as Kaupang. We'll get the Isles across the sea. I don't know that political allies are going to help us much when they're that far away, but building profit off of them could potentially benefit us. So we need to build our own trade routes. School has Kaupang. We'll get the Isles across the sea. Everyone stops to consider the implications. Dark looks are exchanged, heavy with doubt and worry. But nobody appears to be able to come up with a compelling alternative. So basically it looks like we're going to have to follow in our father's footsteps in some way or another. Whether it be through raiding them, allying ourselves with them, or just becoming trade partners, we're going to have to head to the British Isles no matter what. Finally, your mother sighs. I see no other option. Your first act as Thane will be to leave your clan, just like your father. Nephew rolls her eyes hard at Asleif. So hard at Asleif you can almost hear them strain in their sockets. Do you have anything to contribute other than more complaints about Grimm? Do you have any rebuttal to offer other than, nuh-uh? I know you're sworn to serve Avon, but if you're so afraid to leave, I'm sure you can convince your Thane to let you stay. Asleif crosses his arms and shifts his weight impatiently. I'll follow if so ordered. In fact, I'll be glad to go. However, our duties lie here, with the clan. There won't be a clan much longer if we don't do something to counter School. Think about the glory you might find across the sea, the treasure, the battles. We're not going for the glory. We're going to save the clan. I may not agree with your decision, but I respect your reasoning. I'm with you. Then we must begin to make the preparations immediately. We have 2 months until spring. You'll need a new ship and a real herd to crew it. Your huscarls alone won't be enough. We'll need cargo to trade. If trade is what we're planning. Let's see. We should ask Torfin if he's up to the task of building a longship. If I know Torfin at all, he's been dreaming of such a task for a long time. And there are a few fighting men left in the clan. We must leave some to protect the village. Maybe we should consider asking Gunnar to join us. Are you mad? That is mad, but it might not be such a bad idea. You saw him fight. We want a man like that on our side. But can we trust him? He's a brute, but if he'll swear fealty, he'll be our brute. Consider his present situation. I'm sure he can be won over. Alright, we'll give him a chance, but we need more crew than just him. You'll need at least a crew of 10 for a longship. If you'll take my advice on this, go to the market in Ribby and make your plans public. Many have heard the stories of the bountiful coast. You should find no shortage of volunteers. We should bring trade goods, but what little wealth father left us was spent on the feast. I have an idea for that. Nephew rubs the bridge of her nose. I know what you're going to suggest. Remember Adis told us about the ancient grave on Funen, where they say a king and a queen were buried with all their wealth. The shield maiden smiles. I knew it. If that's true, we could sell the loot and fill the whole ship with cargo. If that story were true, the grave would have been robbed generations ago. Let's at least talk to Adis about it and ask what she thinks. It's worth looking into. And it does sound whimsical, but Adis is wise and well-grounded. Talking to her wouldn't hurt. Good, so we've got a plan. Then begin the preparations, my son. I'll start pulling some strings so we can learn more about school's activities and plans. I'll hate to see you leave, but I know you'll do your father proud. Your brother and I will watch over the clan in your absence. Well, you were kind of a pushover before. I mean, they just like waltzed right in here and took all your stuff. I don't know if I trust them in that endeavor, but let's level up because we do have quite a few points to spend. Looks like 16 in total. Shield 3 is going to cost me 12. What about Sword 3? Heavy Swing. Double crit chance, but double block chance against it. That's interesting. What are our other options? Dual wielding? No, I think I'll pass there. I could level my healing up a bit more. What would that get me? Cure removes combat specific status effects, provokes attack of opportunity. Yeah, I'll probably pass on that. I'm gonna use him as like a backup healer. I assume we'll be able to get more party members who can heal because there's still 2 more slots. If Gunnar does join us, that would be 1 out of 2, and then the last one I assume would be for somebody who's like a healing type. Witchcraft? No, I'm not going to be using that. Let's see. I don't know that we're going to need any of those. So Avenger, 10% damage on enemies that have downed an ally. Sneak attack does more flanking damage. +1 movement in combat. I think we should focus on. Let's try to get our damage up a bit. I'm gonna go with sword. So there we go. There. Wow, he's got a lot of XP to spend. What's bow 4 gonna cost us? Aimed shot is what he already has. Fire arrow. I mean, I feel like I should go for it. Let's do that one first, and then we'll see what we have left. Oh, so that was waste. That ability isn't in the game yet, it appears. Okay, so what else can we do with 5 XP? Dodge. What did that do again? Halves enemy crit chance. Evade increases range damage reduction by 10%. That seems like a good idea since the biggest threat to him seems to be other archers. So I will do that. And then he's got 19. Wow. I think an extra shield or sword ability for him is a good idea. So Yeah, let's do that one. And then whatever I have left will go into one of these passives. +3 crit chance. What was this one? No tooltip. Okay, Fencer. Hardened would be a good idea if I had enough. For now, I think we'll go with Dodge, Evade. And then for Nefia, what do we want to do with her? 20 XP. Her spear is currently at 3. Spear rank 4 just does more base damage. She already hits really, really hard, but it certainly wouldn't hurt if she hit even harder. That would cost me nearly all of our XP, though. So I wouldn't really be able to get anything else. Interesting. I don't think that would really help her, though. That would help one of the frontline guys, but somebody who's like a second line person like her, I don't know that they would really benefit from that. Because they're more often than not, she's not going to be engaged. So if she is, we would probably be moving to disengage, which, I mean, she would get hit there. So what does this do? +7 armor piercing for all attacks. That's something I should definitely grab for her. And let's see, what else? Halves enemy critical chance. We already have evade. +3 crit chance for all attacks. That could be useful. Hardened would be a good idea as well. So we'll take those two and we'll save the other 8 for the next time she levels up, so that we can get Spear 4. Okay, let's go talk to Gunnar. The Witch's Apprentice accosts you outside your longhouse. I heard you're leaving. I want to join you. Okay, so yeah, there's our last party member. Why do you wish to join? She scratches her wrist. Do I really need a reason? No, but if you have one, I'd like to hear it. It's just time to leave, you know? I owe a lot to Hulda, but I've learned all I can from her, and I still don't know enough. I hear it's a big world out there. It'll be a dangerous trip. You'll have to contribute. Well, do you think there's a small chance some of you might get hurt on this really dangerous trip? You know these herbs aren't just for making people sick, right? Hulda trained you as a healer? Of course, that's what witches do, you know? Sure then, I'd be glad to have you on board. She smiles, and it's a proper smile for once, showing teeth and everything. Thank you. I'll find someone to take care of Hulda while we're gone. Aslife growls with barely a contained displeasure. You're letting the poisoner join us? I was the one who had her poison you. If you're still angry about it, be angry at me. He scowls at the young witch. I spent the whole night in freezing outhouse because of her lies. Roskva looks at her feet. Her voice is meek. I could have given you much worse things, you know. The warrior stare spits fire. Okay, so they're going to have a little bit of a tough time getting along. But yeah, there's our healer. So now that we have a dedicated healer. What kind of weapon does she have, I wonder? I might give her my bow if she's... Okay, she's pretty good with a knife. And a sling. But a sling is not available in this version of the game. So what I might do is give her my bow, because she does have fairly high perception. She'll make better use of it than we will. Let's go into this screen, and I will unequip the bow. And then we'll give it to her. Oh, she already has a bow. This one's better, though. So this is 8 to 14. 3 armor piercing. This one is 10 to 16 with 1 armor piercing. So actually that one does pierce a little bit more. But I'll give her the one with more consistent damage. And then I will equip the willow bow myself, I guess. But I think I'm going to put that as her primary weapon and leave the knife as a secondary. Okay. I think we're pretty good here. Alright, so let's go talk to Gunnar. And if we can get him to join, we'll be pretty much all full on party members. Gunnar is still where you left him. A hog is curiously sniffing his pants. Good to see you again. Have you decided what to do with me? I have an offer for you. I want you to join my herd. I accept. I didn't expect this to be so easy. Ha! Why would I reject such an offer? You showed remarkable prowess in defeating my men. I would love to fight by your side. Kettle cuts Gunnar's ropes. We'll find you a place to stay. For now, we can at least get you out of this pig pen. The Ylfodin stretches, squeezing his wrist to get the blood flowing again, then puts out a huge hand to seal the deal. I swear before Odin to follow you wherever you ask, and to serve you with my life. Okay. So there's Gunnar. He is dual-wielding, I believe. Or he was in the last time we fought him anyways. So let's see. His dual-wielding skill is at 2. Okay. So I wonder if you can dual-wield in this game, so long as you have the second upgrade, because the first one is locked, but the second and the fourth are not. So you might need to like push past those to get to the ones that are actually functioning in order to use it. She doesn't have any XP, but he does. He's got 10, so what's he currently using? I think he's using 2 axes. Wow. A tool axe, a bearded axe, and a tool axe. Let's see. 11 to 17, 5 to 10, and 4 to 9. Wow. So we need to get him some more axes that are actually half decent, because these tool axes are not that good. Right, we were leveling him up. So I don't have enough to get him to axe number 3, which is cleave. Maybe I should just save his XP, because he's not far off from that, so I think I will. Alright, well now we've got a huge band of people following us around. I wish they would align themselves a little bit better. I'd prefer him be in the front. These 2 in the front and these 3 in the back. So what are we doing now? Where are we headed? I guess to maybe one of the campaign map points? I can't think of where else we'd be going. So, right, let's do that. We'll head out to the end of the road here. I wish Sigrid would join us. She's probably the best archer we've seen so far. Right, well, let's head here. Okay. So, where do we want to head next? Let's see. Inventory, homestead, quest log, that's what we want. Active. So we need to recruit at least 9 herdmen for our expedition, and travel and hire some mercenaries. Okay. Talk to Torfin about building a new longship. That seems like something we should do first, and then we'll talk to Adis about the gravesite. Okay, so we'll talk to Torfin first. Go ahead and mark that one. Can I mark all of them? No, only one at a time. So do that one first. Oh, he's still in Skirn, so we'll go back there. Okay, so let's go talk to Torfin. He should be down. Oh, there he is. He's got a pretty impressive beard too, from the looks of it. Torfin is in his shop, teaching one of the boys of the village the proper use of an adze. Sure. They appear to be working on an oar. As you enter the workshop, he holds up a hand in greeting. Good work, kid. Just keep at it like that until this side is done. I have to talk to the Thane, but I'll be right back. Yeah, look at that beard. He stretches his back and comes over to shake your hand with a wide smile. I believe I have you and your friends to thank for returning my wife's jewelry. What can I do to repay this debt of gratitude? What are you working on? I've got a lot of work. I've got a lot of work now fixing and replacing all the things that were broken or stolen in the raid. Right now I'm showing little Megamjorn how to make a new oar for his father after the old man broke it across the back of a raider. Ha! Did we suffer a lot of damage? It seems like those bastards managed to start a lot of fires and kick in quite a few doors. Veldolf is working on some replacement locks, so I'll be busy installing new doors when he's done. I'm sure you're not just here to check up on the repair work though, are you? Actually, I'm mounting an expedition. I need a new longship. He claps his hands together and flashes you a wide grin. Oh ho! Oh my dear man, I've been waiting for you to come to me with this task since your father's ship went with him into the afterlife. My master built that ship when I was just a young boy. I've always dreamt of completing such a project myself. That was a glorious vessel in its day, fast and durable. But I think I can build on that design and surpass my old master. What type of ship will you make? It'll be a Snekya, like your father's ship, a thin warship with a shallow keel. I'll put in 24 rowing benches, so there's room for both your herd and some thralls. Do we want a warship or do we want a merchant vessel? That's kind of an interesting thought. I wonder how little cargo we'll be able to carry on a warship. But I think it's important that we're able to defend ourselves. Damn, I don't know. I wonder, let's at least inquire. So, I will not be a raider. My ship must be a trade vessel. Oh, okay, so that worked out. Thorfinn smiles. Very good. I'll make sure to leave plenty of room for cargo. Of course, it'll still need to be built as a warship. The position of our village gives us certain obligations, as I'm sure you're well aware. So what do you need? That's exactly what I was hoping for. So basically, either way, we're getting the same ship. It's going to be, competent in fighting and in cargo capacity. Well, timber first and foremost. You'll need to choose a tree that I will use to form the keel, the stems, and the hull. Our nearby forest has several grand old trees that would each make for a fine ship. If you want me to undertake this project, I will meet you in the forest and help you choose a suitable tree. If I start immediately, I should be able to have your ship ready by the late spring. What kind of woods are you looking for? Or wood? Carpenter strokes his beard. Let's see. Oak is the most common. It's a heavy and durable timber that will make for an intimidating vessel. Elm is a little lighter and more flexible. Could be used to make a slightly broader ship to haul a lot of cargo. Or perhaps spruce would be a good choice. It's a lighter material that would produce a fast ship. I will pick particular types of lumber for the different parts of the ship to ensure that every component is made with the best possible wood, but the principal material will have a great influence on the qualities of the finished vessel. So that sounds really cool. It looks like he's going to give a choice of 3 different keel materials, and those materials are going to determine the speed of the ship, the capacity of the ship, and things like that. So is there anything else? We'll need sails sewn. I'll ask Daghide? Sure. And her girls what they can do. I'll need some new tools. My master's tool set is worn by age and shamefully outdated. Thorfinn's attention seems to slip off into the distance. Her husband Kveldolf should be happy to help me with that. I'll need to produce a steering oar, some sort of anchor. He notices your apprehensive look at the growing list of errands. Oh, this is nothing you need to worry about. I'll make the arrangements. This all sounds good. I can't wait to see what you can do. Meet me in the forest near your uncle's house when you have time, and we'll pick out some timber and get started. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and end it right there, guys, because we are out of time. But in the next episode, we'll go ahead and take care of all this shipbuilding business, and then maybe go talk to Adis about the grave with all the treasure in it, because that sounds like a lot of fun too. So anyways, thank you so much for watching. I had a great time playing some Expeditions Viking with you guys, and I look forward to seeing you back here for the next episode.